we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latchey.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Nerds, a Podcast. I'm Bunny the Bruiser!
And I'm Dynamite Jared Latchey.
And we have a special guest on the show today. Introduce yourself, my dear friend.
I'm Ricky.
You gotta do it better than that. You heard our intro.
Yeah,
you gotta.
We have these electrifying intros.
Stupid.
Should I do it for you?
No, for the love of God.
We'll interchange. Today on the show we have
What?
Rick. Too good.
Pizer.
So, Ricky,
Fucking abysmal.
so we're just gonna turn this over to you real fast. We're giving you your platform. Voice your concerns with the world around you. So, about last year,
Controversial times.
controversial times.
2017, Donald Trump's president. Ricky Pizer's no longer a monkey wrench.
So let's back up a little bit. So last year around this time, we had you on the podcast.
Yeah, I guess it was, wasn't
You
it?
were promoting your band Monkey Wrench.
Oh, I did mention it.
You were promoting-
No. Times
So,
have
it's
Like the
changed.
1 year
so-
anniversary.
It's the 1 year anniversary. And you told us on that podcast that there was already controversy in the band. You said they played one show, half the band quit,
What?
and then you were brought in.
Oh, that, yeah, there was
so
that thing.
and there's still
That wasn't-
controversy
that
to
wasn't
this
the-
day.
That wasn't like they went by a different, they didn't even have like a full set band.
They were just monkey?
Yeah, I was
They were
so
just
right.
Monkey.
Okay. I'm sure there's the monkeys, which I'm sure there was some confusion there.
Yeah.
So,
But these
Everyone always would ask where Davy Jones
Yeah.
was.
but these guys
Wait,
who
isn't he dead?
Davy Jo- isn't he a fictional character?
No.
Oh no, Dave Jo, like your guitarist.
The guy from the Monkees!
Oh,
was Davy Jones with Pirates of the Caribbean.
I thought he was
Jones
talking
is
about. I thought he was talking about Davy Jones, the guy that we know, for a second.
Yeah.
No, I was talking
So
And then
there's
I was
three-
like, is he dead?
Wouldn't that make...
anyway.
He is a guitar player, but he's alive.
I mean, but mine was germane to the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about Monkey Wrench, and these guys in this band kind of put a monkey wrench in your New Year's Eve plans.
Oh, fucking kill yourself.
So,
How long have you had that one planned?
no, about 30 seconds.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, that was a good
that's
one.
Good. You gotta give props to that, Ricky.
Yeah.
that
Give him
wasn't.
some crops.
So, you went on a bit of a tirade on Snapchat. You
God.
were talking a bunch of shit on Facebook. So, Ricky, just air your grievances. The mic is yours.
All right, so this is the saga, I guess, and I'll keep it as unbiased as I can.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say brief because you have prime rib waiting.
Oh, I
for
do
you.
have problem, but I gotta say what I gotta say. So I am back in college. I have to focus on reading a lot of material because all my classes are online. I don't have the time I used to. I teach. I do have school discovery, and I play games. So it's hard for me to balance everything while also trying to learn songs I don't care about and I don't like. So
Like what? What are some of the
Well,
songs?
yeah,
that you
name
don't-
some of your set lists.
Let's hear some of the best ones. I know you play Pau Gasol.
Cumbersome, yeah, Cumbersome is. I don't hate Cumbersome, but I mean it's pretty boring.
That's a classic. It's a good
Oh,
song.
Sober by Tool.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't like that playing that.
dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Yeah, exactly. I'm drawing a blank here. What are some of the other shitty songs that we play?
Sweet Home Alabama.
No.
But what is the most
Freebird, right? You guys are a cover band. You guys got to play Freebird.
what's the best song you guys play and what's the worst?
Well, we played Walk by Pantera, but they usually cut it out because they don't like it because they're fucking idiots. But and any song that I have a solo in is
Rock
good.
on, homeboy.
Rock on, homeboy. And What's the worst? I don't like playing Longview by Green Day one fucking bit because I play 4 different chords and I don't even play them the entire song. So I'm just sitting there, my thumb up my ass.
Was it like one of those songs where like the
It's very
guitar drops out and it's just
bass.
like bass?
It's well the bass like intro and then it's pretty bass.
I play the chorus.
throughout.
That's it.
Yeah.
Play the same thing. It's shitty. I don't like this song. There are others. I mean, I'd have to have the list in front of me to really talk about it. But anyways, I gave them a big heads up saying that I was going to have to leave the band. I had to do it over text, by the way. Not by choice. Because practice kept getting canceled for like a week straight. I think 3 practice days got put off for one reason or another. So eventually I just said fuck it and I texted them saying that I don't have the time anymore and I need to step away from the band. I gotta quit. Well, that was in September. We had shows lined up until New Year's Eve. But there was a pretty big gap between Halloween and New Year's Eve. But I wanted to give them plenty of time to find a replacement. Which, yeah, they did. All right.
Yeah, they did.
They did. They definitely did.
What would you have done if it was me?
Hutch actually came up in my room and was like, Ricky, I got news for you. That was my amp up in the practice space. Anyways, so I gave him this big heads up. I said I'd fulfill all my commitments. I was going to stay with the band. I didn't want to just quit and leave them without a guitarist
A man
for
of
their
honor.
shows. Yes. That would be really mean of me. Really shitty. So I had to
Fulfill
stick
your
with it.
contractual
Yes,
obligations.
exactly. So we did that. 2 weeks ago, we played a show at a campground. I told
How was
them
the turnout for that?
it was good. It was a good show. It was probably like the best we've sounded. It was really good.
So as the band is just really hitting its stride.
Well, I mean, they knew I was going to be leaving regardless, but the drummer was trying to convince me not to leave the band 2 weeks ago.
And this is a drummer you've bashed heads with creatively several times.
Yes.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay.
But, so, he tried to convince me, and then I told them, all of them, I was like, all right, guys, if you guys want to find a show or two in between Halloween and New Year's Eve to bridge the gap, because there's that long space, then I'd be fine with playing something in November, because I'd still be around, and it would give us something to do. And we'd also talked about songs that we could add to the sets. Well, on Saturday, again, 2 weeks after that show, we played at a Halloween party.
Where you were dressed as a crayon.
I was dressed as a crayon.
How are the costumes in the audience?
They
Is
were
there
good.
any notables?
There was the guy from Ghost BC.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
No, the singer.
Is the guy from
don't
Ghost,
know,
you mean
but
Patrick
he looked-
Swayze?
He
Like
looked
the
incredible.
the priest or
yeah,
whatever.
the priest.
How did you know it was Patrick Swayze? Did he have like a mannequin lady in front of him and they were
It's supposed to
molding
be my
clay?
platform, Jared. You gotta stop interrupting.
All right. Prime rib. I get it.
I can't wait. There were good costumes, but so I should have known something was amiss when I woke up to the notification that I was no longer an admin to the Monkey Wrench Facebook page.
On that day?
Yes, on that day. So I was like,
They
huh.
didn't even wait till after the show.
No, and they didn't like. I was like, well, it's kind of early. I mean, I'm not out of the band yet. Seems odd that
Did
they
you
would-
ever post on the page? Did you?
No, but I mean, I was still, like I got the notifications and whatnot. So it seemed kind of odd that I was no longer there, and what?
Nothing. Keep
Oh,
going.
okay.
Keep going.
Then, when I'm there getting ready, our sound guy, who I have no problems with because he's a cool guy, he like says, "You gonna be are you really done after this?" I'm like, "No, I'm playing at New Year's Eve. What are you talking about?" And apparently his girlfriend, who grew up with my parents, apparently she asked them, she's like, "So, coming to see Ricky's last show?" I'm like, "No, he's still playing New Year's Eve." This is the same place as New Year's Eve, by the way. So we played through all 3 sets. There were some mistakes. I wasn't super into it. I mean, I wasn't in the mood to be playing. I was fucking tired. I'd
Kind of pissed
schoolwork
off
could've-
because of the admin thing.
Yeah.
Just-
Little
No, I
butthurt.
wasn't. I didn't really care about it that much. Now stop interrupting, please.
It's in the back of your head.
Stop interrupting the man,
Not in the
Jared.
back of my head at all. So we're there. We're playing our sets. We finish them. So I'm just kind of walking around, and I'm grab my guitar. I'm gonna bring it back. And they were talking about getting my stuff too, my equipment. I was like, oh, well, I'll just come back tomorrow and get it with everyone else. I mean, that seems logical. So I asked the singer afterwards. I was like, so when's next practice? Because I had brought it when we had other songs we were going to try to learn. We just talked about this stuff 2 weeks ago. I asked, so when's next practice? And he said, well, I don't think there's going to be another practice. I was like, what? Why? Was the next show, was New Year's Eve canceled? The reason I asked that was because New Year's Eve was at the same place and the cops showed up. And there was kind of murmurs about if
Whether or not it would happen.
they would have us back. So I was like, so is the show canceled? And he was like, no, we found somebody else for that. And I'm like, what? You found somebody else? I'm like, oh, okay. And I was just kind of taken aback. And then I just kind of put my guitar away and I left. I'm like, this is odd. We had talked in the past about having another guy come in with us. And him being kind of eased into the lineup. Maybe playing a show with us and keeping me around. And like having us work together, and then he would take the reins after I quit at the end of the year. So I'm like, well, this is very strange. And then next day, I was already pissed off at this point. Because, well, I'll get into it pretty much. All my confirmations were confirmed. My
Suspicions?
Suspicion.
We'll say suspicions, yeah. Were confirmed. And next day, I got there and I'm getting my stuff. And I, like, kind of laughingly say, so when was anyone going to tell me I wasn't going to play? And they all got bizarrely defensive. And it was like, they started saying, we didn't need to tell you. We didn't think you needed to know. Why would you need to know? Again, I was under the impression I was in the band playing on New Year's Eve. Yes, 2 months away, but still thinking that I was still going to play. It should be known that had I not found out from asking about the next practice that I wasn't playing, the drummer posted a picture he took with me and the sound guy, and it said, I'm going to miss this guy. And he posted it on Facebook, and I would have commented asking, where's Nasty going? That's our sound guy.
Yeah.
Where's he going? What happened to Nasty? Unknowingly, it was me that was going to be missed. That would have been news to me, and that would have been one hell of a way to find out I was out of the band. So anyways, the next day, again, they're saying that they didn't need to tell me, which is odd. I mean, I gave them all that notice and heads up. They're like, we gave you notice. We gave you 2 months about that show. You didn't have to be there. Thinking, bizarrely, that I was pissed off that I was replaced when that was the entire idea to begin with. That I was suddenly mad that they found somebody else. Rather than the fact that they didn't tell me anything. They kept me in the dark. I talked to them 2 weeks beforehand about playing other shows. I would even ask them how the search was for a replacement. Nothing. So unless this guy randomly showed up within that 2 week span, which is proven to be untrue, then I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't tell me. Also, they thought that I knew. Now, their reasoning makes as much sense as a Resident Evil puzzle. They said the guy's guitar amp was in the practice space. Another band had been using our same practice space and left their equipment there. I think there were 2 different amps there as well. So there wasn't just one amp. There were multiple amps there. So between that and the guy had been to our shows lately, I was supposed to deduce they found somebody and I was no longer needed. I don't know who the guy was. I wasn't going to pinpoint some guy who had been to see our band the past 3 times. I wasn't going to add up that same guy was the owner of one of those amps, and they had been secretly practicing with him. So
this guy's already ready to go.
yeah, he's ready to go. Said he was ready to go, and again, nothing was told to me about this at all, and it was borderline. It seemed like a secret. So I'm like, guys, it's common courtesy to tell me this stuff, that, you found someone. And they said, no, I quit the band, so I didn't need to know anything. Even though I gave them notice, pretty much, that I was going to quit at the end of the month. Or at the end of the year. So, they pretty much didn't seem to care about telling me at all. And, let's see here. They pretty much treated it kind of like a business decision almost. Like I was some employee that they didn't need to keep in the loop at all. So it was like I got fired and they didn't tell me because I gave them a notice. And keep in mind, I wasn't quitting the band to join another band at all. I was quitting so I could focus on school. And it seemed that they were very bitter that I was leaving the band. Despite, giving them notice and whatnot. I didn't quit and leave them hanging for a show. So they seemed pretty petty that I was leaving. I mean, I'll be honest, I kind of tossed around some comments here and there saying that I would like to have more solos. As we've said, I compared myself to a Ferrari in saying that you do not have a Ferrari to only drive around to church on Sundays. You want to unleash it. Again, I'm a good guitarist. I don't want to be...
Seems a bit dickish. Little cocky.
It does.
Little cocky.
Little arrogant, but also true.
Oh.
It's true
Really
as well.
cocky.
It is true. So, I had comments from people asking why I was in the band.
Who?
What? Miles mentioned it. Nikki mentioned, she's like, how much do you hate being in this band? I'm not doing anything up there. Obviously, my parents are like, what is this about? It seemed odd that one of our shows, there wasn't a single solo pretty much for me. So, I'm not getting solo time, despite being particularly good at guitar. Being stuck playing starter songs, kind of. So I voiced my opinion on that, and I told them that, I just didn't really like being in a cover band either. So it's not really for me. I said that most of the music I don't really like all that much. I like metal, and I like playing fast, mostly fast, heavy, and songs with solos, instead of playing 3-4 chord songs that are super basic in structure. I like to be able to do my own thing. Really, the only songs I actually liked playing were the songs where I got to do my own solos. Everything else was really boring to me because I like to write my own stuff and not play stuff that was already written. Oh, man.
Cats are hissing. That's okay.
So,
They're getting pissed at Monkey Wrench.
I guess so.
The cat's angry.
So, I kind of went on some tirades on Facebook. I thought I had hid everyone from them. And I did, actually, from the first 2. And for reasons that I have yet to understand, one of their friends was not hidden in the 3rd one, which was very bizarre, because I made sure to get him in the others, and it carries over each time.
So they already know about this.
Yeah. So this is the 3rd one, and I really, all I said, it wasn't even that bad. It wasn't the ones that were tirades and took particular shots at them. It was more saying that if you liked their page on Facebook and you were my friend, you can unfriend them. I mean, or unfriend. You can unlike them since I'm
Oh shit, I might get on that right
part
now.
of the band, and like
Actually.
they didn't treat me very respectfully on the way out. Again, they kept saying that I didn't need to know anything and that they had no obligation to tell me anything. Despite, again, me being very professional with them and letting them know and being very open and honest about my feelings in the band. And them seemingly keeping this a secret from me. So I posted about that and saying that it sucks when, you know, you're professional with people and they treat you like I said. They didn't see me as a member of the band and a friend because we were all buddies. It was really weird. I thought we were all
Or
friends.
so you thought.
Yeah, or so I thought. I mean, we were all cool. I had no problems with any of them. I didn't think we had any issues.
It's kind of like me and Buddy in the studio.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
get along just fine, and then once the microphone shuts off, it's like
This fucking guy.
this fucking
It was like
loser.
Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb, I guess. I don't know.
LeBron and Kyrie.
I guess so. LeBron and Kyrie. But I was saying that it sucks to find out that they viewed me more as a cog, like a piece of this band. They viewed me as just the guitarist rather than their friend. And I said it was hurtful. That's what I said. And so their friend saw it and shared it with them. Then the singer sent me a long text. I didn't bother reading it. I didn't care. I just deleted it immediately without reading.
Damn,
And-
I was gonna have you read it right
no.
now.
And then I just replied and said I've moved on. I'm going to pick my PA up sometime this week probably. And he replied, strangely enough, his response was, have fun in your safe space, which was not topical in any way. It was very strange, pretty stupid. And then next he said, somewhat cryptic message, it's good you've moved on, or else instead of facing the truth and having your feelings hurt more. So I mean,
Somewhat cryptic.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Interesting. There's a
I
puzzle
looked
here.
at it. I tried to. I was gonna. When he said "have fun in your safe space," I was gonna say "have fun singing your shitty songs and being off key." But I didn't.
Oh man,
Yeah, he was not.
you guys had to tune down to fit
Rob
his
Halford. He was not. He thought he was Eddie Vedder, but he was more like
vocal. Jodie Porter.
something along those lines. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. He wasn't very good. I mean, some songs fit his voice. Other songs he was way off key. Oh man, the chorus to "Alive" by Pearl Jam. Man, that was a fucking disaster.
So what you're saying is he's not like Journey's new singer,
No,
the Chameleon
no.
or whatever they call him.
No, he was not very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought about saying I could have said so many things like "have fun playing your shitty ass songs."
But you took the high road.
I did. I ignored him, and then I put his number. And also, the drummer sent me a message. I don't know what it was, but it included a screenshot of the Facebook post. And I, of course, I just deleted it. I didn't bother reading it. And then I think he sent me another that I didn't read either. But then I sent them. I set it up so they both went to spam. So even if they text me, it never comes through at all. And I also set it so I blocked their numbers.
Yeah.
Also, I unfriended and blocked them on Facebook. And Instagram. I got
Harsh.
rid of them. Snapchat.
He went.
Yeah.
He went
you've
all the
gone-
way.
They're gone.
You've gone too far, Ricky.
No, they're gone. I have no need for people. These are people who are all at least 13 years older than me too. That were treating me like this. Like,
You're the kid.
yeah, I'm the
You're the
kid.
kid.
And they're acting like teenage girls. Like, you don't need to know this. This is being all fucking petty about stuff. Like, one is 39, the drummer's 40, and the bassist is fucking like 48 or something. That guy is a character. Also, I feel like I should mention this. The drummer actually called me that day when they kind of went off on me. The drummer also like got in my face about it. He's like, why would you feel like we need to tell you anything? So I'm like, what are you freaking out about? And he called me later because when he calmed down pretty much, and he was talking to me about it, saying, yeah, we could have handled that better, blah, blah, blah. Treating me like a human being, actually. It was crazy. So, he was actually talking about stuff. And then, I'm not fucking kidding, he asked me to reconsider quitting the band. After they had just treated me like straight garbage, he told me he didn't want me to leave the band. And I said, no. No, why would I want to be in the band after that happened? I said I wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel welcomed in the band after how they had treated me. That's craziness. Like, they couldn't have the common courtesy to just be open and communicate with me what was going on. I told him no, and he kept saying, well, just think about it. I'll get back to you in like a couple weeks or something. I was like, no, I don't want any part of it. I'm out. You guys found somebody new. Like, it's clear I'm not wanted in the band. I'm clearly not wanted. And then he's like, hey, the bassist, he really irritates me. He's like throwing the bassist under the bus after this. Also, the bassist said, what have we told you? That was going to be your last show. Oh.
Now the dog's getting mad at that bassist.
Would you just not show? Like, why would I not show up? I've been a good bandmate the whole time. It's really weird. Remember, I'm learning all these shitty songs I fucking don't like. And I'm not throwing like a total hissy fit that all the songs I like are not getting played at all. The drummer also is like, I think the singer
We
was
apologize for the growls.
Oh, man. What's up, Nick?
What's up? We're doing a podcast.
Should we pause it for a second? Should we? Let things like settle for a moment?
We don't believe in jump cuts.
All right, well, Nick was actually there.
Nick was there.
I don't know if Nick
Walking
knows
into
what
the studio
what
right now.
went down.
Big Dick Nickel!
Nick, are you aware of what transpired after that show?
It's an absolute free-for-all in here tonight.
Do you know what happened?
Nick does not know what happened.
So,
fucking
anyways,
Armageddon, Hell in a Cell, if you will.
Again, the singer was like, what did you want? A going away party? Did you want us to throw a party for you? No, I mean, I didn't expect a party. I expected, like, some acknowledgement of my existence.
A farewell show would have been nice.
Yeah. I would have liked to have known that was my last one. And I thought, they would, thank me maybe. Like, hey, this is Ricky's last show. Give him a hand. He's been with us for about 2 years. Been sticking with us through college. Been putting his time in, learning songs and doing his thing. And nothing. It was I wasn't acknowledged. That's what I thought. I mean, I wasn't expecting some big hurrah, but I thought some sort of camaraderie, maybe. Some sort of acknowledgement that I had been a part of the band, but nothing. I mean, so, yeah. I think that kind of sums up everything. I was kind of kicked to the curb with no warning whatsoever.
Nick, you were at the last show. Did you mosh?
No. I tried actually looking around for you, but I think you left by that point.
No mosh.
No.
Was it because the
You
material
just
just wasn't mosh worthy, or
It wasn't.
Mosh retirement.
Oh, okay, mosh.
He's
retirement.
an old man. So yeah. Did it seem like the band was at odds or anything when? No, it seemed normal, right? Yeah, it seemed normal. Little did you know, little did I know.
Were you drunk?
I mean, so was everyone, but I mean, he wasn't like.
So it's possible there could have been some fishy stuff that you didn't know.
He wasn't, falling all over the place.
You said you couldn't find him.
No,
I'm seeing some inconsistencies here.
I couldn't find him after we quit.
I might
playing.
be on Team Monkey Wrench on this one.
So yeah, I basically was treated like dirt. Those guys are shitty people, and fuck that band. There.
All
right.
Talk about how that was the highest paying gig.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah. New Year's Eve was also going to be our highest paying show, and so I thought I was going to be around to make a little bit of that money. No.
This should be our highest paying podcast.
Then when I told, then you can kick me off and take all proceeds. Also, when I mentioned to the drummer when he called me later that day and things were kind of okay with us. I was like, yeah, I was looking forward to getting that money. He's like, yeah, it's going to be a real money maker. And then he's like, yeah, the shows from here on out are going to be really well paying.
We're going to be wealthy people after this.
Yeah, these guys were paid some shitty band like $2,500. So, I mean, we could probably get at least that.
We're going to be living
oh,
good,
wow. That's cool. I mean, hey, are you guys eating prime rib too?
Oh,
man. Like, wow, thanks. You're really making a nice... Giving yourself a good image here. So yeah, I got kicked out after all the shitty paying ones. Again, not totally kicked out because I was quitting. It was more thrown out with no warning before I was planning to leave.
Do you think the new guitar player is fully aware of the forthcoming royalties? Maybe they're keeping him in the dark a little bit. Maybe take a little bit more than. maybe
this is a free show.
You knew too much. You knew too much. They had to get rid of you.
This is your audition show. You're not getting anything. This is to make sure you can handle it. They're going to keep it all.
The pressure.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the guy or anything. I've never met him, but I know later that night he was listed as their guitarist on the Facebook page. So I'm assuming I wasn't even listed before that show as a member of the band.
Maybe not.
I know.
We don't know.
I mean, good luck to that fella. He's going to have to deal with the guys arguing and
he's
like
going to have to deal with the 4 chords in that Green Day song.
Yeah. He's going to have to live in the shadow of
Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
For the rest of his
life.
life.
My playing prowess.
In your Ferrari.
Yeah, the dude's probably like a fucking station wagon. I don't know. I mean, maybe he's more equipped. Maybe
he's one of those cars that the dude from Spinal Tap was in the commercial for, where you can plug your guitar into the car.
Might be.
Use it as like an amplifier.
I don't know. Maybe he's pretty good. I know he's damn sure not a Ferrari. Maybe he's like a Toyota. Could be reliable, nice reliable.
Maybe it's Marty
affordable
Friedman.
Car.
Maybe it's literally Marty Friedman.
Randy Rhoads has been dug up and revived.
Let's go. So let's be a little more realistic here. Maybe it's Neil Zaza. He's
they got
local.
Neil Zaza. They know Neil Zaza. They actually talk shit on him. So
talk shit on him.
Yeah, I know the bassist likes to talk junk on everyone.
He wrote all right. He wrote all right.
Honestly, he's all right in my book.
Yeah, he's definitely all right. So I think I've said everything. I mean, I could keep talking really, but I'm not. There's not much else to say in terms of facts. It'd be more me trashing the guys. I don't really want.
And you've obviously calmed down a little bit since the original Snapchat tirade.
As I'm no longer affiliated with any of them.
There was a Snapchat tirade.
I went off. Yeah.
Was it a video?
Over and it was.
I actually recorded it.
Oh, okay.
On the off chance we needed to fill in the gaps, so we will splice that in at some point.
It was a good.
Are you punching walls?
It was much funnier than what he's saying now.
Okay. Yeah, because it was much funnier. Yeah, because it was in the heat of the moment, and also it was also before they kind of I realized the malice seemingly. Also, it took me 2 weeks to get paid for our show at the campground. I got paid $75. I got paid 1.5 and 70 fucking ones in a bag.
Oh, they got you good.
I asked the drummer. I was like, "Are you fucking?" I was like, "Is this serious?" Now, if we'd went out on good terms and everything, I would have thought that was pretty damn funny, like a good going away type thing. But it's hard to imagine that being done with good intentions when they didn't give a fuck about me. So
That's
feel
how
like
I pay Buddy
taking shots
after we receive our royalties for each podcast.
Obviously.
Treat me like a stripper.
Couple pennies. There you go.
So yes, I think I've said everything.
And we will give you guys a nice little recap. Ricky, so now you can formally tell everyone to please unlike the Monkey Rook Facebook.
That's stupid. I'm just saying it's a shitty band full of shitty people.
Oh
man.
There it is. All right. I saw them once, and I sat at a table the entire time. I think I maybe had banged.
You missed a couple. You missed some good tunes though.
Okay.
You saw one of the weaker.
So this is just another band on the list that Ricky gets kicked out of. And
Kicked out?
and they
This kind of reminds
and
me, not that you did this intentionally
they
or
continue
anything,
on
but I
without
came
Ricky.
to your house to get something when you were having Nightblade practice.
You weren't there. Yeah, no, I thought I'll be honest. I thought about it a little bit, but the difference is we were teenagers and not like grown fucking adults.
It was an awkward
It
situation.
was awkward. It was awkward, and we like didn't fucking like.
You didn't
Hate
fuck.
each-
You didn't
yeah, we
fuck each other.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't.
There's been
had
times
some
when things
moments
were a
here
little
and there.
tense between
Yeah,
us,
but-
and then there were times when things were really tense between me and Colin.
Yeah, same. But there were
Imagine
no like.
if Colin got kicked out of Monkey
Oh
Ranch.
God, there were with us. I don't think there were any like assassinations of character. And
I think there might have been some sub tweet like whatever you.
Tweet?
No, we didn't have
This
Twitter
was
back then.
before Twitter.
But this was like a MySpace time, and there might have been some sub spaces.
a couple
You might
bulletins.
have moved down a couple spaces on my top friends, maybe.
I don't think I did it to you though. So good job, you fucking dickhead. But no, there was.
I don't remember. I'm just saying, I don't remember. It might have happened. It might not have.
We still treated each other like humans, and we're still like on decent enough terms to not like hate each other and regain solid friendship.
I think that the most that happened was kind of like what you're saying about your band right now is that, oh, Ricky wants to play pussy metal.
Yeah.
You know.
There's a difference of opinion and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember Avery sent me a message on MySpace telling me to fuck off playing power metal.
Why?
Every
I don't,
acid?
because we
Because of Fast
when you,
Plant?
no, because when you
Because he was a Fast
when
Plant?
you were out of Nightblade, because when you left we got you out of Nightblade, he was like really bizarrely offended that you were no longer a part of Nightblade.
Well, I brought the attitude and I played it,
So he was-
and I brought the jeans.
Yeah, oh, you brought jeans
We can,
that
can
were
we
like
place a photo on the video of the jeans?
If you send me a photo of the jeans,
It's somewhere.
if
There-
you
I
send,
have
if you,
them. I have
if
them
you
on my
se-
Facebook.
It's on the
Send me
Facebook.
They're
the photo.
fucking. These jeans look like they were built for. I don't know what, but not a human.
They could fit a few more people
Yeah.
in them.
So
Avery actually sent me a message a couple years ago saying that he was gonna beat my ass if I tried to start shit at a show at West. Because apparently because Knuckles Up has been broken up for like 10 fucking years.
I thought this was over Buddy and Ricky.
No, but another touring band came to West End called Knuckles Up, and he thought it was our band. And Avery was like, "Hey, I'm gonna come to that show, but if you try anything funny, talking shit about Wasted Chaos, I'm gonna beat all your guys' asses." and I was like, "Dude, we broke up like 6 years ago. What are you talking about?"
What, did you guys trash Wasted Chaos before or something?
I don't. Apparently, there was beef. I don't know.
Oh,
people are strange. All right. Well,
I've
that's
worked
all
with
you gotta
Avery.
yeah. I mean, I gotta eat, so I mean,
You eat your prime
We
rib.
pulled the monkey wrench on Avery in Fast Plant. We tried to at least. We tried to have a couple practices
without
him. Yeah. It never. So I mean, if Monkey Wrench is anything like Fast Plant, which it's not, then
it'll just derail.
It'll just fall apart.
What
yeah.
I think would be the funniest fucking thing that
It's
could
kind of
ever
crazy,
happen.
actually.
Yeah.
Trying to weed Avery out of the band served as the dissolution of the band.
He was the glue.
We couldn't survive
He was the
without
glue
Avery.
guy. But I think it would be the funniest thing if this guy ends up like, I don't know, guys, and he can't fully commit, and they don't have a guitarist for that New Year's Eve show that I would have been playing at, and they don't have anyone. And, I mean, they don't really have many ways of contacting me, really.
They're on the spam list.
Yeah, they're on the... Well, the drummer isn't because he gave me that call, so I was like, well... I even texted him, too, once I noticed that guy saw the
post.
paste.
Yeah,
Yeah, the paste.
The paste.
Yeah, the paste. The post. And I texted him. I said, I don't have ill will towards you. I let him know. Because he called me and we actually talked about the stuff like men and didn't treat each other like fucking teenage girls. Teenage boys. Well, that too, really. But,
Are teenage boys that
So-
nasty to each other?
they're pretty shitty. I mean, teenagers in general.
They
so
fuck
I think
each
it'd be-
other's girlfriends.
They
I
do,
think
so that's
about
shitty.
it. I don't know.
But I think it'd be super funny if they end up needing somebody
Needing a
for that
guitarist,
show.
yeah.
And they ran me out of town like that. I think that'd be a good way of karma happening. So
So
that's about it for me.
That's about it for Rick the Dick.
Yeah.
Where can people... Well, one more thing before you go. What's going on with What's on the Shelf? Do you guys still exist?
We are. I mean, we got things.
We are what? You're on the shelf?
We're still... Yeah,
What's on
we
the
have
shelf
a lot of
is
things on the shelf right now, too. Like, we have things planned out, but we're busy guys. I mean, I got the school stuff going on, so it's hard to set aside time to write up paper-length things.
But I heard Steve hasn't even started the game. You guys
No,
are
he
about
started it. He just hasn't really... I don't even think he's going to finish the game, he said, because he wasn't too into it.
Okay.
So I'm going to...
That's not what good reviewers
I know,
do.
right?
You gotta
I know,
tough it
no,
out.
I'm giving him shit for it. Don't worry.
Tough out the shitty games.
I've told him he's got to suck it up. But I mean, hey, that's his thing. I'm a man of honor, as I've
How are
proven.
you feeling about the game?
I really liked it. It was great.
Okay.
But he can't get into it. Or is it too hard?
Too spooky.
Too spooky.
Too
Oh, yeah, because you're
wait.
playing Amnesia. Yeah.
And we were supposed to post it for Halloween. I mean,
Halloween's going after hours.
Yeah, Halloween's lasting a little long this year. So, I mean, we'll still post it, but it'll lose some of the magic.
Yeah.
We'll post things here and there. We have, like I said, we have things planned. It's just putting pen to paper.
Or fingers to keyboards.
Fingers to keyboards, fingers to dicks, whichever you want to say.
Well, that's about it, I guess.
Thanks for coming on the show, Dick.
And we will give you guys the recap right now. Thanks for joining us, Ricky.
I'm about to go on a little bit of a rant, so bear with me. So about 2 months ago, I told the band that I was in that I was going to be leaving at the end of the year. We had 3 shows left. The first of the 3 was about 2 weeks ago. The second was tonight. And the last one is going to be New Year's Eve at the same place we played tonight. When we were playing tonight, the cops showed up twice, I think. And it kind of made us wonder if we were going to be back for New Year's Eve. After we finished, I asked the singer when the next practice was going to be. He said he didn't think there was going to be a next practice. I asked if we weren't coming back for New Year's Eve. He told me I wasn't going to be back for New Year's Eve. They found a replacement and never told me. I was super open with these guys, gave them like 4 months notice that I was going to leave. And they didn't tell me they found someone. If I didn't ask about practice, I would have left there thinking I was still in the band. What is this all about? Usually this would be great. I'd be happy. I don't have to play these fucking garbage-ass songs anymore. Just sit around and play a couple chords instead of getting to actually do shit. Pretty much all the songs that I would pick would get dropped, skipped over, or just not fucking learned at all. So it's not like we were playing much that I gave a shit about. But the issue is that New Year's Eve show was the highest paying show we've gotten by a fucking mile. I was looking forward to making some money. Imagine giving your boss 4 months notice that you were going to be leaving for a new position somewhere else, but you were going to stick with it for that 4 months. You're going to fulfill your commitments, you're going to get everything done that you said you're going to get done. And then midway through that 4 months, you look at the schedule and you're not on it. Nobody told you. You just found it out on your own. You're gone. You're out of there. You're not going to be making that money. Good luck. Now everything that happened today makes sense. I woke up and I was no longer an admin on the Monkey Wrench Facebook page. And at the place we were playing at today, the light guy, he does our lights, the light guy asked me if this was it, if I was done for good now. Me being under the impression that I was playing New Year's Eve was like, no, I'm still around. So literally everybody involved with the band knew that I was gone, except me! What is that? Come on! But whatever, at least I don't have to play those fucking shitty songs anymore. Good lord. Like riding a bike with training wheels. It's pointless. I actually told the guys because I was fed up with not having enough solos. I told them you don't buy a Ferrari, you just fucking drive it to church every Sunday. You gotta unleash it! If you're still with me, I applaud you because there's no way in hell I'd ever watch that many snaps in a row from some fucking person. I asked the guys in the band when they were gonna tell me that I was gone. They said they didn't need to tell me. So apparently they thought so little of me, they didn't have to keep me informed on anything. That was my last show and I didn't need to know. Fuck that band and fuck those guys. This is the lamest shit I've ever heard. At least be honest. Be open. My God.